Counting today, there are only 11 school days left before finals, and this is our last show in May. Good morning, Staples. Good morning, Staples. It's Wednesday, May the 23rd, and I'm Jacob Bond. In a lot of ways, this is the last quote-unquote normal show of the school year. Tomorrow, the Period 2 class is putting together a special show. Then next week, Zito and Honeycutt are putting together 2 special review shows, and the last 2 days of school will air both our class's final exam shows. But more on that later. For now, would you please all stand for the pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I mentioned that Period 2 is planning a special show for tomorrow. Much of their show will center around Memorial Day. But Olivia and Owen are starting off today's show with a jump start for tomorrow. They're centering their piece on next Monday's parade.
Next weekend, you have 3 days off from school because of Memorial Day. And with Memorial Day comes the Memorial Day Parade, an annual event honoring people who have died for this country. A very popular event, you will probably find yourself at, in, or going past the parade during this Monday. So here's a guide to having a great time at the Memorial Day Parade. For parking, the major parking lots are the Elm Street and Library parking lots, but I would recommend using the Imperial Avenue or Riverside Avenue parking lots. If you need to get around the parade, there are a few detours that will get you over the river. The Canal Street Bridge via Compa Road North and the Bridge Street Bridge via Compa Road South. You can also take I-95 and get off in the Saugatuck area. Need a bite to eat afterwards? Westport Pizzeria, Oscar's Deli, Bar Taco, and the Blue Lemon are all great places to grab a bite to eat after being in or going to the parade. Sadly, there's also a small chance of rain for Monday, so if it rains, all ceremonies will be held in Town Hall beginning at 10 a.m. To check the status of the parade, check the town website called 203-341-5074 or tune into 600 AM radio. Hope to see you there, and now, back to the host.
Over the years, there have been a number of ways that Staples students have raised money for good causes. Recently, some students turned their love of fashion into a way to benefit society. Avery and Liv have the report.
Hi, my name is Emerson Kobach, and I am the president and the founder of the new club at Staples, Fashion for a Cause. We just had our first annual Fashion for a Cause fashion show, and our club meets once a week, but we're also always working at home because all of the designers created a collection to show at our fashion show, and this year all of the proceeds went to the nonprofit organization Dress for Success, which is an amazing charity because we're helping women who are trying to get jobs, and Dress for Success provides clothing for them, helps them prepare for the job interview, and overall just allows them to be prepared to go into an interview to get started in life.
Okay, Fashion for a Cause is hosting this wonderful fashion show to benefit the clients of Dress for Success McPherson County. The women who are donating items are also supporting the women that we service on a daily basis to help them transition into the workforce by providing them with one business suit for their first job interview. And then we can continue providing support for those who actually become employed by providing 5 additional outfits to get them through their first week of work. So Fashion for a Cause is definitely a big asset, and we really appreciate all the donations.
So our fashion show went amazing. We raised almost $8,000 with our sponsors and our ticket sales, and all of our models went down perfectly. No one fell. But yeah, the turnout was great, and I hope that we're able to have the same turnout and the same event next year because I think that everyone had a good time and I had a good time, and I'm just so proud of everything and all the work that was put into it because you could really see how much effort was put into it, and everyone had fun, and we raised a lot of money. So.
Next, here's an announcement from the Library Media Center.
Hey Staples, here's an announcement from Ms. Harmon.
Hi, I'm Karen Harmon. I'm a library assistant here at Staples Library. I want to tell you about a couple things that are going on here. First are the Zito and Honeycutt Multimedia Awards. 2 prizes to the group or individual that creates the best video of the contest. Now what you're going to want to do is go to the library website for more information. The deadline is May 31st. If you have any questions, see Mr. Neenan or Ms. Weinberg. The other piece of information I want is a deal that you can't pass up. Our library is offering you a chance to get the book you want for the summer. Go to our website, and if you want a book that's not in our collection, then you fill out the form and we'll order it in time for summer reading. So go to the Staples Library website, fill out the form, and let's get your summer reading on.
Thank you. Now back to the host.
Over the course of this year, Tyler has done a series of pieces that introduced us all to new music we might not know. For today's segment, he's going old school with one familiar personality.
Good morning, Staples. My name is Tyler Black, and this week we're actually back with Music of the Week. This week we have a very interesting person because it's actually one of our own teachers, and his name is Jim Honeycutt. He was in a band named The Repairs, and we're going to show you a little bit of his music.
Down here, I gotta get away from the state of day running around. Everybody knows this is nowhere. If your left hand is quick while your right hand is not, and you feel that your time is at hand, when the man in your mirror appears at your door. People ask me where I'm going, and I wonder if I really know. The only thing I can say for sure, I got so many miles to go. So many miles to go. Longing to be free. Oh, yes indeed. Hymns of joy the heralds sing. Songs of love and laughter ring. Voices cheering everything. Longing to be free.
See you later, Staples. Have a good day.
Before we get to our varsity sports report, Dobson and Brian headed down to the physical education wing to find out what's new in the gym classes.
Good morning, Staples. My name is Mr. Gusich. I'm the K-12 coordinator for health and physical education, and I'm happy to speak with you today a little bit about our program. In terms of new equipment that we've acquired in the physical education program this year and recently, I'll speak to what we're going to be moving into in the nearest future, which is archery. We're very excited. We were able to acquire through the National Archery in Schools program some equipment, and we had full staff training in January, Professional Development Day, where we got everybody trained up, and we're going to be implementing that in our lifetime track coming up for fourth quarter here, so you can look for some shots of that. And then we've also gotten some new table tennis tables, which are much higher quality, but we're going to be implementing that into our program as well. A lot of benefits come from table tennis. Actually, the brain-body connection, there's a lot of research that stands behind that. In terms of Project Adventure, we've gotten some Project Adventure type activities which really put a focus on cooperative learning, problem solving, things that are real life application for all students, regardless of what they're doing. It doesn't have to be just in a PE class, but in general education or general life. Okay, so new for next year, we're going to be taking a look at implementing a specific yoga program into our lifetime track. And we're going to have one of our certified teachers who's certified specifically in yoga be teaching that for an entire quarter. And we had some good responses to the survey that we put out in terms of what activities that students were interested in focusing on, as opposed to a broad exposure, have a little bit more depth with the activity. And yoga came back with the highest response. And to finish up, just a quick overview in terms of the overall program approach. Our goal is to continue in alignment with Shape America to have that lifetime approach at the secondary level, specifically at the high school level, where physical literacy is a huge emphasis. And that's really the focus, is having students have the confidence and competence in a wide variety of activities that they can engage in or utilize throughout their lifetime for health enhancing activities. And again, this is something that we're really hoping that we can provide that opportunity for students to see that meaning and purpose for everything that we're offering here, because it's really individualized for you guys, and that's something that we take a lot of serious approach to, and a lot of pride and effort into making this the best experience possible for you guys. So
thank you, Mr. Gusich, for the interview. Now back to the host.
Now let's see how our teams are doing.
Thanks, Jake.
As always, we are filming this on the last period of the day on Monday.
So all our results are through last weekend's games.
Most of our teams have qualified for the state championships.
The brackets for most sports will be announced on Thursday and Friday of this week.
So right from the start, we want to wish everyone success in next week's tournaments.
We do have some teams still going strong in the FCX.
Since dropping its only match of the season earlier this month, our girls' tennis team had one goal in mind.
Reach the FCX final and have another chance at claiming a championship after finishing runners-up both in the FCX and Class L last season.
They had a big challenge in number 3 New Canaan in the FCX semifinals last Friday and moved to the finals by winning 4-3.
It was very exciting, with the final match, number 3 doubles, determining the winner.
The Wreckers faced undefeated Darien for the championship yesterday.
The boys' team is also live in the championships.
They defeated Fairfield Ward in the quarterfinals, winning every match.
Our boys lacrosse team have been FCX and state powerhouse every year since Coach Mack took over the head coaching of the team.
There was one glaring blip in their otherwise stellar record.
They had never won an FCX playoff game.
They took care of that on Saturday.
And Sands on the left side using his muscle, takes a shot, he scores! Michael Sands with the Cardinals up first. Over to Zen, Zen takes a shot, he scores! Evan Zen gets a goal for the Staples Wreckers. It's 1-1. Goldberg now over to Chamberlain, takes a shot, he scores! Connor Chamberlain getting a goal for the Staples Wreckers from this offense. Now over to Zen, Zen takes a shot, he scores! Evan Zen, the Johns Hopkins commit. It's 3-1, Staples up on top. Then now has a fast break, getting it over to Rally. Rally takes a shot, he scores! Michael Rally just teeing up from the 25-yard line stick. Now Tanner Wood takes a shot, he scores! Tanner Wood. It's now 5-1, Staples up on the left side. Taking a shot, he scores! Jack O'Connor's getting a goal. Alger up the one side, goes to the other side, takes a shot, he scores! Michael Sands getting a goal there to make it 5-4. Greenwich Bet, it will be Bauer taking a shot, he scores! William Bauer getting a goal there for the Greenwich Cardinals to make it 5-5. Rally Goldosh takes a shot, he scores! Michael Rally getting a goal here for the Staples Wreckers to tie it up 6-6. Harrington taking a shot, he scores! Scooter Harrington out passing it over to Feta. Feta takes a shot, he scores! Zen passing over to Wood. Wood takes a shot, he scores! Tanner Wood on the right side, meeting Bennett Cooper. I mean, if any of you were listening to our last broadcast, we've said it time and time again that Tanner Wood, if they want to go far in this tournament, he needs to come on. He's coming on today with the Syracuse commit. Against the Greenwich Cardinals.
Congrats on the victory and good luck the rest of the way.
We'd also like to congratulate a member of last year's team, Lucas Jackson.
He's playing lacrosse for Loyola, and over the weekend, Lucas's team continued their winning ways, punching their ticket into the NCAA Lacrosse Final Four.
Ben Clow and Jackson Valente did the announcing for Saturday's game.
And Cooper Boardman edited their piece and posted it to the Twitter account created for Staples Sports.
We often do spotlights and student athletes from Staples. Today we turn the camera 180 degrees and highlight Cooper himself.
For today's spotlight, we sat down with one of Staples' most recognizable voices, Cooper Boardman. What kind of things do you do on a daily basis?
So I'm pretty much in charge of the day-to-day operations for the sports department. I'm the sports director, so I work with all the other sports directors to craft a game schedule, make sure our studio shows are in order, and everything like that. In addition to that, I'm the one who's making sure that all the game day graphics are created and posted on social media, making sure that the equipment's all in order, and really generally just making sure every single broadcast and everything that goes along with it gets on the air.
Speaking of social media, I understand that you changed the way WWPT uses social media, and you're one of the first people to introduce it to the program.
Yeah, so we had a Twitter page before, but it really didn't have anything to do with the sports department. So it was about November of my sophomore year. We kind of sat down, we were looking at everything, and one of the places where we thought we could expand was in that social media realm, because we had a lot of pieces going up on the morning show, but outside of that, the people outside of just the students, so not the parents, not the coaches or anything, weren't seeing what was going on in Staples High School athletics on a day-to-day basis. So kind of the next step for us, the thought was, okay, we wanted to begin to expand and give up-to-the-second updates on what's going on in Staples High School sports, and that's manifested itself in a lot of different ways, including game day graphics, video production, and just promoting the broadcast in general.
I know you're big on preparation and stats. Let's talk a little about what background goes into getting ready for an on-air show and what it takes to be an on-air personality.
Well, we do over 100 sports broadcasts a year, and it's really much more than that. And every single broadcast takes preparation, and that's not just showing up with a roster or anything like that, but it's also making sure we've got all the stats, the stories behind the game, and that's just time. It's not all that difficult to Google somebody's name, but it is time, and it's a lot of effort to do that. And I think one of the things that we want to make sure, when we're putting together the top quality broadcasts and trying to, win awards like the Drurys, that we're doing that. And the research component of it is certainly significant, and it's what makes our broadcast even better.
Speaking of awards and Drurys, how is winning one, and how does it feel to get national recognition for something you just started to do for fun?
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. I don't know. I think for a lot of us, I know I can speak for the other sports directors, but a good amount of us grew up listening to guys like Eric Galante and DJ Sixsmith, who were the guys who were up on this wall that were part of the Staples television network and WWPT, and they were the ones who were broadcasting and winning all of the awards. And I think, coming into Staples, that was definitely a goal of, at least for me. So to accomplish that it's not something that you can put into words, when you're holding that trophy.
I wanted to save the biggest and most prestigious award you have received for last. How was getting inducted into the WWPT Hall of Fame?
No, actually, one day I was in gym class, and Justin Schwabel texted me. He was like, "Hey, by the way, you're on the wall," and that's a really big accomplishment, to get up here. And I kind of walked out of my gym class and ended up here. I had to see it for myself. It's incredible. I mentioned Eric Galante and DJ Sixsmith. Those names, guys who are now on doing professional jobs, and their faces, their names are up on this wall behind me. So to get that accolade, it's a first step, but it's a big step, and it's something I'm extremely proud of.
That's our sports report for today.
Let's send it back to Jacob.
Thanks, Arthur and Elliot. As we said, tomorrow the Period 2 class is doing a special Memorial Day show. Next Wednesday, we'll air the Good Morning Staples Year in Review, and then next Thursday, Zito and Honeycutt will share their favorite moments from the first 15 years of the morning show. Have a great day, and good morning, Staples.